The Ford High School Game of the Week on Your View is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Mid-First Bank. The Ford High School Game of the Week on Your View is brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers, the best in Oklahoma. Mid-First Bank. True to your money. The Oklahoma Farm Bureau, the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. And by Weoki Credit Union. Check out some of the best players in the country all fall long, only on Your View.
A pleasant good evening, everybody, and welcome to Minco, as we are all set to bring you your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Minco Bulldogs taking on Crossings Christian. Hi again, everybody. Steve Marshall here, alongside Mark Jeffries tonight and the crew from Your View here in Oklahoma. Excited to bring you Class 2A high school football, and Mark slides in along with me. Great night for football. Weather's worked out well, and we're all set to go.
Hey, Steve, should be a good one tonight. Had an opportunity to talk to the coach beforehand, and very, very excited about what's going to take place here. Small town, big time football.
Minco on the season comes in with a record of 5-1 on the year. Lost their season opener to Chisholm 20-0. Since then, they have defeated Dibble, shut out Ringling 20-0, shut out Rush Springs 20-0, beat Wynnewood 21-14, and then took care of Conowall last week 28-0. So they've already pitched 4 shutouts on the season, and they'll line it up offensively. And we'll give it to you as it comes along. Minco will have the ball to start things. Kick went through the end zone, so 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Handoff left side, nothing there. Dropped a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Steve, the head coach for Crossings, told me before the game, he said, hey, we have to stop the run. Minco is really, really good at running the ball. We have to stop the run. If we stop the run, we're going to have success tonight.
So a big loss on the play. Marks it all the way back to the 14-yard line, actually lost 6 yards. Here's a handoff left side. This one much better result. First down, in fact, running play to the left side. And the Bulldogs ball carrier there, number 20, Cole Birchfield. He's a senior, 5'10", 205, and he had a nice hole open up on that left side, and he just kept his legs churning.
Great atmosphere tonight, Steve.
Running play left side once again. This one's going to get about 7 yards on the play. Yeah, the weather this all season long has just been outstanding, week to week, one better than the other. And now as we have started the month of October, all settled in, looking at the second half of the schedule. Here's a running play again to the left side, up the middle. Kept it this time, the quarterback. Nice deception there by Daxton Williams.
Nice run. Bulldogs on the move here, Steve, and a lot of seniors on this Minco team. I know they're ranked number 4 in Class A right now, and they're showing what they got.
Again, quarterback keeper, this time only a yard or 2. Stop is made in there by Crossings Christian. Sliding up number 54 in on the tackle.
Steve had a chance to talk to Coach Wardlaw of the Minco Bulldogs before the game. He said no turnovers and establish the running game. Those are the 2 biggest keys if they're going to get a W.
Tell you about their season and how it's gone and their opposition to this point. Passing play, left side, complete. Far side there on the reception, number 15 is Corbin Birchfield. He's the younger brother of the quarterback, sophomore, 6'3", 170. He's going to pick up about 6 on the reception.
Nice little pass there on the left side. A lot of confidence. Let's see what they do on third down.
Straight run, quarterback straight ahead. And Birchfield will get the first down necessary as they are now into Crossings Christian territory, 1st and 10. You mentioned Jonathan Keithley, longtime assistant at Deer Creek, taking over the head job at Crossings Christian. Here's a pass to the near side. That's caught. Nice reception. Good throw right on target. Complete there to number 18, Luke McMahon. McMahon, 5'6", 155. He's a senior. Going to leave him a little shy, though. Give him 9.5 on the reception. They're almost looking at it as though they want to take a measurement, and that's exactly what they shall do. With 9:38 left to go here in our first quarter of play. No score. Minco and Crossings Christian here on Your View, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week.
Steve, obviously the Broncos have been on offense so far here tonight, but when we do see Crossings Christian take over, they are led by a freshman quarterback, and they've had a little bit of the injury bug so far this season. 2 players out for the season, and they're having to go with a freshman to lead the offense.
Owen Kratz, and we will see him a little later on. Just hard to imagine when you have freshman and sophomore. It only sounds like a 4-year differential, and it is according to the math books, but, man, you talk about the maturity level. And sometimes, obviously, it goes one way and not the other, but the range that you can come up with there.
All right, they did not make the first down. A little over a foot.
Nice facility here at Minco, just west of Tuttle and Newcastle, Blanchard, that whole area.
A lot of tradition here too, Steve, especially when it comes to football.
So 2nd down and short. Birchfield given the backfield, 1st down yardage. Carry there goes to younger brother Cole Birchfield. Got Corbin, who is the quarterback. Am I got that right? Corbin is the wide receiver. Cole is the running back. Pump fake, wants to go deep. Defender bit on it and then nearly tipped it back to the receiver. Pass falls incomplete. Intended out there for Corbin Birchfield. So Corbin is the 6'3", 170-pound sophomore. And he's the wide receiver. Then Cole is the senior running back and inside linebacker.
Majority of these kids going both ways, both offense and defense tonight.
Running play. Pitch, pitch is too high. Loose football on the ground, recovered there by Wyatt Conley, the quarterback. But that's going to be a big loss on the play, and it's going to bring up one of the very few 3rd and longs that they've had. They've had very manageable distances so far here in the early going.
Yes, they had. Had a pretty good hold there on the left side. If he could have made that pitch, probably would have been able to turn the corner, but now it's 3rd and long.
See what they dial up here. Quarterback drops to throw. Looking. Has time. Flushed out of the pocket, spins. He'll pick up a couple of yards, but still be about 12 yards shy of the necessary yardage of the first down, but really kind of in 4-down territory, Mark.
I think so. I think they're going to go for it here. Offensive line did a pretty decent job there, giving him a little bit of time, but the Crossings Christians defense, secondary, did a great job covering everything up.
Big size differential on that front between the Minco offensive front and that Knights defensive front. Now we've got a whistle and apparently a timeout has been called. We'll take a timeout as well. No score here early going. Minco and Crossings Christian when we return right here on Your View.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Welcome back to Minco High School. There you can see the Crossings Christian Knights on the defense right now. They're going to be defending a 4th down and 12 play coming up.
8:04 remaining here in the first, Steve.
Minco's trying to keep the drive alive, dropping the throw. Here comes the blitz up the middle. Pass. They tried to set up the screenplay, and it looked as though the Knights were more or less ready for that, and they had good defense over there. Probably wise that he didn't get the throw exactly where he wanted to. Otherwise, it's a return the other way. As it is, a good drive for Minco, but it doesn't result in any points on the scoreboard, and a nice stand by the Knights. They'll take over 1st and 10.
All right, we're going to get our first look at the freshman, see what he can do. When I spoke to Coach Keithley before the game, talked a lot about his poise as a freshman, and haven't really implemented the RPO yet, but they are moving toward that, and he has a lot of confidence in this freshman.
First play is a running play that is not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. Short loss on the play.
Williams and Penny on the tackle.
This is going to be a pretty quick game tonight, Steve, if we see a lot of plays on the ground.
We have seen a lot of that so far, and as you can see here, the first possession for the Knights, they're taking their time. Play clock now all the way down to 6. Tries to get his teammates set up, but that front for Minco just too much to stand.
Jared Penny, number 65 for the Bulldogs. Wow. Met him at the line of scrimmage and drug him back for a loss, so it's 3rd and long.
8 returning starters on defense, as Mark mentioned. Minco is 46-14 the last 5 years, 11-2 last year. Mark mentioned a good history here, good strong football program. 3rd and long right here, dropping the throw. And it's going to be caught. That's a great catch. Threw it up there. It looked like for grabs almost at the very beginning, but coming down with the football on the reception, number 14, is Ethan Grayson, 6'2", 176-pound utility player. They also have him listed as a quarterback. He was in that battle to see if he might not get that starting quarterback job.
Hey, the freshman threw it up for grabs, and the 6'2" player for Crossings, he went up and got that one, almost a basketball play almost.
It wasn't a pretty throw by any means, but, you know, he went and he got his blockers in order, went up to the line of scrimmage, gave some final instruction, got his teammates in position, then threw the ball. Didn't look great, but it ended up right where it needed to be, and he got the first down. Running play here. We'll pick up about a yard.
Grayson showing a lot of athleticism on that catch, and time is of the essence as far as there really is no concern about peeling time off the clock in this one, Steve. They're just going to grind it out. He's not that big either. He is
little reverse coming near side. Good job by Minco, and a great job defensively. Luke McMahon making the play there.
Great pursuit. Did not get touched, and he sniffed that one out very early and made a great play. Now it's 3rd and long for Crossings.
See what they call up here.
3rd and about 14. Strong wind tonight, Steve, out of the south as usual, and will be a factor tonight as far as making decisions whether or not they go for it on 4th down.
That's about as much wind or as much weather that we've really had worthy of talking about all season long. It's been really pretty close to perfect. Launches one far down the near side, intended over there again for Parker Winters, too far, incomplete. And they'll switch it out and apparently go into punt formation. Dropping back for Minco is number 62, and that is Jimmy Johnson.
All right, Crossing's going to be punting with the wind and should back the Bulldogs deep in their own territory if they do a good job on this punt. Just over 4.5 remaining here in the first.
Punter stands at his own 37-yard line. Jimmy Johnson takes the snap, puts a good foot into it, angles it towards the sideline. It's going to be interesting to see where the linesman.
It's not going to be that far.
No, I think it's going to come back a long ways.
Wow, it's right at the 20.
Well, now he's
no,
coming back.
No, they're still coming back. Man, only down to the 22-yard line, Steve.
22-yard line. Yeah, the linesman runs down to where he thinks he should be, and then he looks back, and the referee signals a little closer, a little further away, and they start that process there. So the punt might as well have gone into the end zone. Didn't really matter. They'll bring it out 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. No score early going here between Minco and Crossings Christian.
Let's see if the Bulldogs can get the running game going once again. They had a nice little drive to kick things off, but it stalled out. Second possession for the Bulldogs.
Quarterback is Daxton Williams. Williams, 31 of 68 on the year, 443 yards, 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Running play up the middle. Good job knifing in there and making the stop. Number 13 is Cole McMurphy.
Wow, that was a big-time play, Steve. Sniffed it out and just attacked before he could break any separation through the line there. Great job, number 13.
Game moving right along here in the early going. Handoff again, up the middle. This time going to pick up a few yards, cross the 25, lean out to about the 26-yard line. Still going to need about 7-8 yards. Hurry up offense as they get right back in formation.
We are already 4 minutes, below 4 minutes here in the first, Steve. A rapid first quarter.
Yeah, nothing I've been used to this year, that's for sure. Most of the games are going long. Pressure, they hit the quarterback from behind, goes out of bounds. Incomplete.
Good job by the Knights there. So you would think that they would probably punt. It's 4th and about almost 8 yards. With almost 3.5 remaining here in the first. So they are going to go back to punt. Number 2, Grayson Raymer, back for the Knights.
Punting into that breeze that Mark talked about. Low line drive, end over end kick. It's going to roll into Knights territory and finally stop dead at about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, that's where the Knights will have it. Still no score right here on Game Time. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week right here on Your View.
Steve, one of the few games this year that we are featuring a smaller class of football here in Oklahoma, but it is very competitive, and I know a lot of discussion about a team in this district, OCA, Oklahoma Christian Academy. They are undefeated. Several feature stories in the Oklahoma City paper about this program, and they have one thing that not a lot of teams in Class A have, and that is a ton of speed.
Here's a running play to the right side. Pitch it out to the right. Good hard run. Good quickness there shown by number 21, Tanner Tompkins.
They're going to say that he was still in bounds, so the clock is going to run. It's going to be 2nd and about 5.
Just shy of midfield. Knights trying to put together a drive here and put some points on the board. Turns, pitches left side. A lot of Bulldogs in that backfield. They're going to drop them for a loss on the carry. First one there, number 20, Cole Birchfield.
Nice job there by the Bulldogs. 3rd and long, when you run the ball as much as the Knights do, and you have a freshman back there, 3rd and long is not what you're really trying to accomplish. Let's see what they do. Showing a lot of poise. Man, he is not big at all. What does he weigh?
I think they listed him at 155.
That's generous. Tough kid, though.
140 is what they list him at, according to Max Preps.
Oh, wide open. Let's see if he can get it. Can't get there, but a flag on the play, Steve.
Flag comes down on the far side of the field. It's kind of maybe in the area where you might get a defensive hold. It's going to be, however, against the offense. So it's going to be a hold. They're going to decline it. And it is 4th down.
They'll try and do a little bit better job on this punt than they did last time. Last time the Bulldogs took over at the 22. And with this win, should be able to back them up a little bit further this time.
And as you look at your screen at home or your TV or your handheld device, you can see the difference in the lines of scrimmage, the sizes there, and it's pretty pronounced.
Yes.
Snap back. Kick is away. Gets a good foot into it. Has the wind
good bounce
behind him, and it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 5 or 4 yard line.
Nice job there.
Can't beat that. Special teams and some good defense. Boding well for Crossings Christian right now. Minute 34 left to go here in this first quarter of play. Still no score. There were some other big games in the state going on tonight. The biggest one in Class 5A, McGinnis and Carl Albert, 2 of the top young running backs in the entire state. Dominic Richardson for McGinnis is just a sophomore. Carl Albert has Dadrion Taylor. He's something else. You got to get out and see those guys. That's a big game going on tonight. We'll try to keep you up to date on some of the scores from across the area. Running play here. Good yardage. First down into the secondary. Got some running room. Has to cut back and is finally brought down at the 44-yard line. Number 6, Andrew Carballo. Big gain.
Well, Coach Keithley said before the game, hey, we have to maintain those big runs and big plays. And that's the biggest play of the game so far here, Steve. Nice run.
All the way out to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Got big number 50 here on the right-hand side. Schneider, listed at 280 pounds.
Wow.
Running play, near side, reverse it around. Kind of tough run, kind of a tough play to really carry out when you're running it to the short side of the field.
Going to be a loss.
Yeah, Crossings Christian doing a good job defensively, and in seeing that, it actually looked like if he had kept it, he might have gotten a little more yardage down the near sideline here. But now they come back out with less than a minute left to go here in this first quarter. Still no score. Williams. Handoff. Near side. Lowers his head.
Get out of bounds?
Nope.
Nope.
Keep the clock rolling, he says, and that probably should take us all the way through.
Yeah, we're less than 30. Less than 30 seconds. If we go less than, yeah, probably going to be the end of the first.
See how much they want to get this play off or not. Minco seems to want to run up tempo, not necessarily so for Crossings Christian. They're going to let it roll out. Looks as though they are, and that will be the final play of our first quarter. Well, both teams have shown they can move the football a little bit. No score, however, on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time, and it's right here on Your View. We'll be back.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good. Get into something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Back at Minco, along with Mark Jeffries, I'm Steve Marshall. Minco Bulldogs with the football, looking at a 3rd down and 7 here. Going deep down the middle of the field, diving attempt, but just out of the outstretched arms of number 33. Tried to hook up there with Trent Littlejohn, but just beyond his outstretched arms, and that'll bring up a 4th down situation. It's one of the prettier dives you'll see.
That's pretty sweet.
Efforting after the ball, just couldn't come down with the catch. So they'll have to punt it away, line of scrimmage at their own 46-yard line for Minco. Just did get the kick away, and that's another booming punt. Taken all the way back by Grayson Raymer. Raymer, good job again on special teams for Minco. He doesn't even make it quite to the 20-yard line, and that's where it'll be brought 1st and 10 for the Minco Bulldogs. Just have not been able to get – they've been able to put together some drives and gotten some yardage, but have not been able to get into scoring position just yet.
Things have stalled out. And one real big play for over 25, 26 yards. And then the one pass play that the Knights had. But that's about it, Steve.
Kind of a quiet game, fast-moving game. And here's Crossings Christian as they drag the guard over from the left side, but not quick enough. And that's what you have to do when you're outmanned, and there is a flag on the play. Should let you know about that, so we'll watch and see what our referee tells us. Symbol's going to be a chop block. That's going to be called against the Knights. So you have to get creative, going back to my previous thought there about when you're just so outsized as they apparently are. You got number 55-75 for Crossings Christian, who are formidable, 290 and 210, but, you know, that's just one or two guys that are of that size, and you've got several for Minco. I mean, when I talk about a Class A school, Class 2A school, Mark, I don't think of offensive lines that size.
No. And they've had a number of players over the years that have fit that mold. Very, very solid program here for a number of years. We mentioned that earlier, but a lot of tradition here in Minco.
All right, so 2nd down and long, running play up the middle, and that's not going to go anywhere. Stopped there by the Bulldogs again defensively. They're going to make you put it in the air. I'm going to guess that they're putting about as many guys in the box as they possibly can. Substitutions coming on the field for the Knights. Checking in is number 21, that's Tanner Tompkins, and also number 6, Alex Danner.
3rd and about 15. Let's see what they can do deep in their own territory.
Play action pass, throws it out to the far right side, incomplete, too tall. Intended over there for number 14, Grayson.
Seemed like it was a little nervous on that. had a little bit of pressure, but still, once again, we've said it, he is a freshman. And it's obvious that the Bulldogs, they're going to focus on the run and make him throw the ball.
So dropping back to punt, Community or Crossings Christian once again, Trent Miller. And the return man set up for the Minco Bulldogs. Number 3 is Wyatt Conley.
Bulldogs should get great field position here, punting into the wind.
Kick is away. Again, a low line drive kick. That's going to stop dead at the 36-yard line. Great field position for the Bulldogs. 10:33 left to go here in our first half of play. No points on the board just yet.
Hey, fast-moving first half.
It is. We'll have to get you to pull up the Squirtle app and keep us updated on some of the scores that are going on across the state in high school football. First week of October. Hard to believe that it's week 6.
It's flying by
already, and we're talking about playoff possibilities and implications and who's going to finish 4th and who's going to finish 3rd. And it was a big game that has a lot of stuff riding on that. Here's a running play to the right side. Nice move, darting back and forth on the carry there. Andrew Carballo. He's got some wiggle.
He does. Great job by the offensive line there. Number 50, Roddy Schneider, opening up in a huge hole. Did a great job there, and Bulldogs are on the move.
1st and 10, fake one way, hand off the other. Good job defensively. The Knights are there. He'll pick up 2, 3 at the very most. Out of bounds just inside the 25 down to about the 23-yard line.
Number 55 there for the Knights, Trip Lagonski. Had to check that one out before the game. The D is silent, Steve.
Figured it might be. There's a timeout on the field as both teams are going to want to talk about it here. We're still 9:40 away from halftime here at Minco.
We will have the Squirtle app pulled up, give some scores, and you are dead on. The big matchup in 5A, number 1 versus number 2. And definitely the best game of the week.
Yeah, there were some others that were good. The second-rated game was Stillwater at Lawton. Stillwater's been impressive. They're 5-0 in Class 6A. Lawton is 3-2, but they've played a very tough schedule. Broken Arrow and Westmore. This is a win the West Side desperately needs if they're going to have somebody represent them against Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow is a good team. They're one of the big 4 out of the Tulsa area. I don't think they're as good as they have been in certain years. And some of our neighbors here in the Oklahoma City area in Class 2A, and also having some implications on this game, number 4 Washington and number 10 Dibble in action tonight. Those
are Demons.
Some of the other big games that are going on tonight. Running play, left side. Well, he just glides and runs so easily. I like the way he moves down the field.
He's going to be close to a first down.
First down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're saying yes, first down. Bulldogs on the move. Hey, an early score. Carl Albert up on Bishop McGinnis 7-0 in the second quarter, start of the second quarter.
That's going to be one of those 42-37 type finishes there.
Could be.
Running play up the middle, cut down at about the 8-yard line.
Was there a fumble? Yes, a fumble.
I looked down at my numbers, thinking the play was already over, and I missed the fumble.
Wow.
So that's the way that stops, and a break for Crossings Christian.
Knights are going to take over on the turnover.
When I was looking down, I was looking at the rushing numbers for Minco, and was surprised to see that that Carballo is only averaging about 4 carries a game. I really like the way he moves.
Wow. All right, let's see what the Knights do with the turnover.
Quarterback again is Owen Kratz. He's going to throw left side. This is going to be complete at the 15-yard line.
Nice pass there going across. Plenty of Bulldog defenders there, but they managed to pick up 5. So 2nd and 5 for the Knights. We approach 9 minutes remaining here in the first half. No score.
Next play call showing blitz off the right side. Krotz rolling, in trouble, and he's going to be dropped inside the 5-yard line. That defense, boy, they can turn it up. They are something else. That's Cole Birchfield in on the sack for the Minco Bulldogs, and now Crossings Christian, they are in trouble.
It's going to be 3rd down and 16, but they are deep in their own territory, right around the 5-yard line. Great pursuit there. Swept off the little sweep block and got to the freshman.
Running play, stops at the line of scrimmage and then turns left. Maybe got a yard on the play.
Bulldogs are going to get great field position again with this punt into the wind, and the wind's blowing about 15, 20 miles an hour. So Minco should be. Is there a flag? No?
I think they also have to be worried about the potential of the block here. They got pretty close last time. Standing near the end of the end line in the end zone. Snap is back. Kick is away. It's a line drive kick away from the return man. However, the wind is going to stop it in its tracks. It's only going to get out to the 21-yard line.
That's a tough wind to kick into. And we'll see if the Bulldogs can take advantage of the best field position that they've had all night.
They've been able to move the football, but as to this point, do not have any points on the board. Daxton Williams, your quarterback. Carballo behind him. Keeper by the quarterback, wrapped up and dropped for a loss. Good job, way to stay home and read the play by the Knights on defense.
Really got to give it up to the Knights defense so far, Steve. They've done a pretty decent job in containing the run, and with the exception of that one play that busted out for 26 yards, they've really maintained that Bulldog running attack.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Rolling left. Plenty of room to run. He'll put it down and take it all the way down to about the 15-yard line. Pick up maybe 6 on the play.
Probably going to be third and 3, maybe third and 4.
Yep.
But definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah. Very quickly to the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs, man in motion. Give it on the jet sweep. Right side, nice play defensively.
Nice job there.
Coming up and making that hit, number 62, Trent Miller, 6'2 junior, 215. He's like he grabbed him and stopped him in his tracks.
Great job by the Knights defense so far. And they are bending, but nowhere near breaking.
4th down play. Nice double fake there. They fake the jet sweep. They fake the fullback. Quarterback keeps it. Gets the first down inside the 5. Marked down at finally the 3-yard line.
That is a great fake. Great play by the quarterback there. And what a call by Coach Wardlaw, the offensive coordinator. Brock's brother, Brady. And he dialed one up there on 4th down.
Good execution by the Bulldogs. Still knocking on the door. And now they are in. Touchdown for the Minco Bulldogs, getting it in the end zone. Number 6, Andrew Carballo.
Obviously, the big play on that drive was the 4th down play. Well executed, and the Knights defense doing a good job so far, but it's tough when you only have to defend 22 yards, keep the Bulldogs out. Bulldogs really had it dialed in on 4th down there.
5:27 left to go here. Extra point attempt on for Minco. Snap back, ball down. Kick on the way is up and through. Good job by James Overton. So with 5:27 left to go in our first half, Minco on top of Crossings Christian. 7-0 our score right here on Your View.
Look, there's no law that says your truck can only haul gravel. Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places big time. So bring out your ATVs, your campers, your Palominos. Hey, you're not always working, but your truck is. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Back at Minco, Bulldogs on the board as they got the short touchdown run taken in there by Andrew Carballo. Carballo into the season. Well, coming into tonight had rushed for 85 yards on the season and just the one touchdown, and he gets in there, made it look easy. And it's a 7-0 lead for the Bulldogs as they're set to kick it away with 5:27 left to go here in the first half of play.
We'll see if the Knights can bounce back. A solid first half so far for Crossings, but they had that one play, the 4th down conversion, obviously the biggest play in this game so far, Steve.
Obviously, yeah. All right, so we'll see how this final 5:27 goes here. Don't forget about your Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance Halftime Show, brought to you by the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better. Kickoff, he just moves forward about 2 steps, puts a foot into it, trying to do something with it out at about the 32, 33-yard line. And that's where the Knights will put it in play. 1st and 10, trying to get something going offensively. Already commented about the weather this evening, and not too many games were played last night. It was mostly a Friday schedule this week for all the teams in the state of Oklahoma, except for a very select few.
The basketball classifications came out this week, Steve, and a couple of surprises. Now in 4A is Southeast and Ardmore.
Pass is intercepted, taken away there by Minco's number 33, Trent Littlejohn. Littlejohn, the junior, just stepped in, took it away. 1st and 10 off the turnover. Minco Bulldogs take over.
Freshman kind of threw that one up for grabs, Steve. And the Knights defense really needs a stop here after the Bulldogs pushed it in with a short field.
And now it's getting to the point, too, where the Knights defense has been on the field a whole lot here of late. Numbers probably don't look like it to this point. Here's the rush and sack on the play. Nice job up the middle. And the tackle made there. The stop by Jared Penny, 5'11", 200-pound senior. Penny was kind of late to the party there, just appeared out of nowhere and dropped the quarterback for the sack.
And they got a lot of fight in them. They are not by any way thinking this thing's over. Defense doing a great job so far.
Carballo getting some of that back. He got about 7 or 8 yards on that play.
Once again, Bulldog line opened up a fairly large hole there, and the Saints were not able to collapse on it until he got about 8 yards.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 11. Carballo in the backfield. Wide to the left is Corbin Birchfield.
Gives it to him. Wrapped up, flag on the play, though.
So this is probably all coming back. He did get it to the 34, almost the 35-yard line. Would still be well short, but now we got to make sure on this official call here.
based upon where the ball's at, do you take the penalty and back them up even more? Or is there a possibility? Well, they'll probably go for it on 4th down anyway. You would think. But now if you back them up, it's going to be 3rd and almost 20.
Yeah, I think you take the yardage. I'm not sold on it completely.
I agree with you. Like I said, the defense for the Knights have done a great job with the exception of just a couple of plays. Now it's going to be 3rd and 25. Right at midfield.
All right, let's see what the Bulldogs dial up here. From the shotgun. Dropping the throw, pass incomplete. Kevin Russell was in at quarterback on that play. He still is in there right now, number 1. I don't believe we'd seen him until this point. Sophomore, 6 foot 175. And another holding call against Minco.
Well, do you keep backing him up?
I guess so. Well, they're going to decline it.
Okay, it would have made it.
It makes sense.
3rd and 35. I think last week, Brian Burchell, who's not here this week, he mentioned that he was doing an Ardmore game, I believe, and he said it was, what? No, it was a collegiate game, and it was 3rd and 50 or something like that. It's crazy.
Couple penalties on top of each other. That can't happen. Near midfield, high snap. Able to gather it in. Ball really explodes off of his foot. Doesn't seem to put a whole lot of effort into it, but certainly drives it all the way down to the 15-yard line, and that's where the Crossings Christian Knights will put it back in play. The defense has kept them in it. The offense showed some early signs of moving the football, but Minco's defense has been too tough the last several possessions.
All right, turnover didn't help or hurt them really. Did not help the Bulldogs, did not hurt the Knights, so we'll see if they can bounce back. Now, I know I went through it real quick, but the classification for basketball came out. And the only reason I mention this is 2 premier athletic schools now dropping down a class into 4A, Ardmore and Southeast. So 4A just got a whole lot tougher.
Southeast, I've been around long enough. I remember them being kind of 4A, 5A, bouncing back and forth, but Ardmore has been 5A for – looks like a big old face mask in there. Yeah. Ardmore has been 5A, I believe, since I've been here since 1986 and always been one of the outstanding programs.
Basketball season is here. Official practice opened on Monday, and I know a lot of people are very excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be another exciting basketball season, and I guess no Trey Young that everybody, when you – first thing you said for the last couple of years in high school basketball in Oklahoma, you thought of Trey Young. Who's that guy now? Who are the 2 guys, 3 guys maybe that share that moniker now? Running play near side.
Did he get out of bounds? They stopped the clock.
Taken down. Yeah, he didn't get out.
Clock's still running.
Brings up 3rd down.
A lot of good players basketball-wise throughout the state.
1 has left.
Who's left?
The star at Midwest City.
Redmond?
No. I can't believe I don't know his name. I can't remember his name.
I know it too. Everybody who's listening that knows basketball knows exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I don't know the kid's name. I know his name. I just can't remember it right now. All right, they're going to call timeout. We'll keep it right here. Good grief, Steve. That's pretty pathetic.
I
know the kid. When he was a freshman, he scored 30 against us when I was at Bridge Creek. So I keep wanting to say Elijah Landrum, but that's not it.
No.
Anyway, he's off to Florida.
Off to Florida. IMG?
Yeah, one of those.
Because that's where
Now we're all confused.
That's where Redmond ended up going, I thought, was IMG. Did they both, or did they go to 2 different ones?
I'm looking it up right now. Now I'm curious. See, that's what happens when you get old.
You're not telling me.
You forget the obvious.
Yeah, because I should know it as well, and it's just not. You're going to say it, and I'm going to slap myself in the forehead. Text Matt Reynolds and see.
Yeah, he's probably laughing at us if he's listening. Oh, Keyshawn Embry.
There you go.
Jeez. I was trying to picture his name in the scorebook.
Yeah.
That's what they say to do when you get old. Try to think of a picture.
He's a dandy. That's a big loss for Dwayne Bradley and his crew. Rolling out to the left side. Got some running room. Spins, misses one tackle. Will move forward to about the 20-yard line. Still needs to get to the 25, so that'll bring up 4th and 5. And a timeout going to be called here by Minco with 2:21. They feel like they made the defensive stop. They've got some timeouts that they can expend and possibly get some more points on the scoreboard. And if I had, from what I've seen in this first quarter play, that's exactly what I would expect them to do.
Well, here in the second quarter, Steve, the field has been tilted. It's been tilted left. Most of the play taking place down in the Knights' territory, and plenty of time for the Bulldogs to make something happen, especially if the punt is short. It's a tough night to punt into the wind, and every single time that the Knights punted, the Bulldogs end up having really, really good field position. So plenty of time left to put something on the board.
2:21 left to go. Punting situation. Knights will kick it away to the Bulldogs.
Battle of the Bridge is going on tonight, too. Lexington and Purcell. Lexington, a surprising 5-0.
Wow.
Off to a great start.
Battle for the Bridge. Some great rivalries that, people are unaware of unless they live in that particular community. They know about all the large schools and some of those battles, but, yeah, that'll be an interesting contest. Low line drive punt. It's going to roll out towards midfield, out to the 49-yard line, and that'll make it 1st and 10 for the Minco Bulldogs. 2:13 left to go for the Bulldogs to see if they can get some more points on the board. They lead it 7-0 right here on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Steve Marshall, Mark Jeffries.
Hey, next week we're doing a game that we have not seen either one of these programs. Ardmore is going to be visiting Western Heights, and very excited about that one. Western Heights got off to a really good start. District play started. Struggling a little bit on the offensive side, but Ardmore always a really, really good program.
Swing pass out to the near side, caught. Nice throw out there. Catch made.
Clock's still running.
Wyatt Conley. As Russell, they switched quarterbacks. Daxton Williams was quarterbacking. Now we see Kevin Russell has taken over.
A little bit.
Near side, that's going to be close enough. Probably, it's going to be close.
He didn't get out of bounds, though. You would have thought he was close to a first down. But they're not going to give it to him as the clock continues to run.
Miscommunication.
Oh, wow. Nice play by the Knights there. Wow.
Make the stop him shy of first down yardage, and that'll bring up 4th down. He actually lost 2-3 yards, so 4th down and 4 coming up. Minco in kind of a hurry-up offense with 1:12 left to go here in this first half of play, quick-moving first half of play. Running play in a little cross-buck situation.
Oh, great stop there.
Nowhere to go.
Steve, I am very, very impressed with number 13 for the Knights, Cole McMurphy. He has been a beast on the defensive side. He's not that big, but, man, 6 foot, 170 pounds. And I think they're being a little generous on that one. But, man, he is a gamer. He has done an outstanding job closing things out. And Minco could not take advantage of the good field position there. Now with less than a minute remaining, we'll see what the Knights do. I'm sure they're going to run it a couple times and go in and talk about it.
Yeah, I think they're going to be pretty happy to be down just one score here against the top 10 rated team on the road. Defense played great. They get a good block in there, and then he is swarmed under. Great tackle there by number 20, Cole Birchfield. And that should be the final, well, I guess they'd stop the clock at some point. Looks like they're going to have to run another one after this one. So, first half is winding to a close here. Two teams battling. Running play up the middle. That should be the final play of this first half.
Yep.
As the clock ticks down, that'll do it. One half in the books. Minco Bulldogs, they lead it 7-0. A very spirited fight being put forth by the Crossings Christian football team as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, bring you more action here on Game Time. It's your view. We'll be right back.
Because practice pays off. Because it's better to give than to receive. Because there's no place like home. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money, with innovative services that let you focus on what's most important. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good.
Two big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
Welcome back to Minco, everybody. Got some special proceeding going on right now where I guess some of the grade school students are getting to pour the bucket of water or dunk the superintendent, I believe it was, perhaps the principal, but nonetheless. Halftime show, your Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance halftime show, brought to you by the same Farm Bureau that you've always trusted, now even better. And Mark and I are just amazed at how fast that first half moved. We're used to all the 6A and 5A teams now that spread the ball all over the field and run out of bounds and have incomplete passes. And, man, this has been like old school out here tonight. But Minco has the best of it as they are on top right now by a score of 7-0 here at the at Memorial Stadium here in Minco. Both teams came out, Mark, looked very even, moved the ball well. in that second quarter, as you mentioned, the field got a little more tilted as it definitely went more Minco's way in that second quarter. A lot of that, of course, their own doing, though.
Very impressed with the Knights' defense. In my pregame talk with both coaches, they said the key is we have to stop the run. And when you look at the first half, 2 big plays. There was a 26-yard run by the Minco Bulldogs, and then the big 4th down conversion where they dialed up the double fake handoff and then ran it to the left-hand side for the touchdown. And that's really been it. Very, very impressed with what Crossings has done on the defensive side of the ball. They're a little overmatched size-wise, but the guts and the heart that defense has showed so far going up against the Bulldogs, hey, they're still in this game. It's only 7-0.
Yep, you look at what they've done throughout the season, and they're coming off 2 victories. Their losses were respectable to Cashin, 7-0, to Rejoice Christian. They lost that game 40-20. Cordell 21-7 before beating Stroud and Kanawha. And Minco, as we mentioned at the top, they lost to Chisholm. Chisholm is, I think they were ranked number 5 in Class 2A. Minco is ranked number 4 in Class A. So after Minco's loss to Chisholm to open the season, they have won 5 straight, beating Dibble, Ringling, Rush Springs, Wynnewood, and Kanawha. So 7-0 your score right now. Minco on top of Crossings Christian. We're going to take a timeout. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time. It's on UView, and it's right here. Stay with us.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has bliss with trailer coverage. It's brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. One less thing to spoil the weekend. No, it can't make the fish bite, but maybe they'll work on that. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good. Something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Look, there's no law that says your truck can only haul gravel. Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places big time. So bring out your ATVs, your campers, your Palominos. Hey, you're not always working, but your truck is. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Welcome back to Minco, everybody, as we return for your Oklahoma Ford Dealers game of the week. The Minco Bulldogs on top of the Crossings Christian Knights, 7-0 our score. Along with Mark Jeffries, I'm Steve Marshall. So happy to be here tonight. Week 6 of the high school football season. And you know our score here. Mark, what about some other scores from throughout the state?
All right, let's go 6A first. Jinx up on Edmond Memorial, 17-0 in the second quarter. Broken Arrow, 17-0 over Westmore. Westmore undefeated going into that. Broken Arrow 1-4. Owasso all over PC North, 21-0 in the first. Mustang trailing Edmond North by a point, approaching halftime there, and then Yukon all over Norman, 35-7 with 1 minute remaining before half. Norman North all over Southmore, 42-0 at the half. Star Spencer and U.S. Grant. Star Spencer looking for their first win of the season, up 27-15. And then obviously a score earlier, Union all over Moore, 70-0. That's a final. Let's go to 6A Class 2. Booker T, 21-6 over Muskogee. Enid trailing Deer Creek, 17-7 at the half. Bixby all over Sapulpa, 35-0 in the second. Sand Springs up on Ponca City, 21-0. Putnam City trailing Putnam City West, 11-7 in the second quarter. Stillwater, who was undefeated, 5-0, trails Lawton in the second quarter, 21-3. And then the final one in 6A, Midwest City leads Choctaw 13-3. Let's check out probably the top matchup in any class this week. See what we can find there. McGinnis trailing Carl Albert 14-6 at the half.
Good ball game.
So a very, very good one there. Collinsville all over Tulsa Hale, 51-0 before the half. Durant up on East Central, 21-0 before the half. Let's see here. Guthrie. Wow. Guthrie scores 51 in the first half against Northwest Classen. Altus, some people surprised by Altus a little bit, 5-0. Lead Ardmore in a big rival game there, 7-0, as they approach the second quarter in that one. And then let's see everything else. Pretty much no reports there. All right, let's give the folks some smaller school scores if we have any. Let's go down to Class A. At the half, Afton, I believe they're ranked number 1, 58-0 over Fairland at the half. In Class A, Crescent over Cashin, 34-7. O'Keene over Texoma, 22-0 at the half. Rejoice, 42-6 at the half over Liberty. Wow, some blowouts. Oklahoma Bible tied with Yale, 14-14 at the half. Savannah leads Quinton, 21-7 at the half. Trying to get here's the one game I was interested in besides the one Class A game that we're doing, Steve. OCA 5-0 lead Wynnewood, 21-6 at the half. Big one there for OCA. And then
OCA number 7, they're 5-0.
They are, I believe they're in first place in the district. What are they ranked? Number 7?
You're talking about Oklahoma Christian?
Yeah, OCA.
Yeah, they're ranked number 7 according to the Oklahoman.
Okay.
Minco is ranked number 4. Afton is the number 1 team in Class A.
All right, going to take a look at some 4A scores real quick here. Wagner keeps rolling. They lead at the half, just before halftime, 27-14 over Tulsa McLean. Tuttle rolling on Hera. Hera, man, they are having a tough season, 27-0 at the half. That game is at Hera. Heritage Hall rolling over Chickasha, 35-0 at the half. A good one in Ada. Tecumseh only trails Ada by 1, 7-6 at the half. And then Blanchard, 5-0 on the season, going up against Cleveland, who we saw earlier in the year lead just before halftime, 13-0 there. Another undefeated team in Class 4A. Oologah leading Grove 21-0. And then Newcastle might be putting it together. They are all tied up with Elgin, 21 apiece. So the Racers trying to go 2-0 in district. Cash battling Clinton in another big rivalry game there. They lead 10-7 at the half. And then Bethany leading Tulsa Central 15-14, so a good one there. Let's see if we have any 3A scores. And we'll take a break and hopefully come back with second half action here in Minco. The battle for the bridge, somewhat of a surprise here, Steve. Purcell leading Lexington, who is undefeated, 6-0. They lead it 12-0 at the half. And you can throw out the records in that game. That is a rivalry that goes way back as they battle for the bridge.
Some great high school football going on tonight. Here our score is Minco on top of Croston Christian by a score of 7-0. We'll continue our Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance halftime show and continue our coverage right here on Your View. Stay with us. Welcome back to Minco, everybody. Steve Marshall, Mark Jeffries here on our Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us so much here this evening as we get ready to bring you second half action. And it should be Minco kicking off to Crossings Christian. 7-0 our score. Good first half of football. Both teams, looking very solid. Minco probably feeling as though they should lead by more than a score. Crossings Christian doing a good job just hanging in there. And obviously they want to do more than just that. They want to come away with the victory. They put themselves in that position, Mark, to just make some key plays, get a couple of turnovers, and next thing you know, you're playing at the end of the game for a victory.
Crossings, hey, the defense shined. They had that one play, the biggest play of the first half, the fourth down conversion. But they are in this game, and the defense is what's keeping them in it, Steve.
So we'll see how this second half goes as it's Minco kicking off to the Knights. And we are all set to bring you second half action here on Your View. Thanks for tuning in tonight, enjoying some high school football in the great state of Oklahoma. Bulldogs set to kick it away. High short kick to the near side. Bobbled a bit, but everybody able to get back on top of it right at about the 33-yard line, and that's where the Knights will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Knights are going to have the win to start the third quarter here, and we will see what discussion took place at the half with the freshman quarterback. Didn't do a bad job in the first half, Steve. He had one turnover, had the interception where he kind of threw it up for grabs, but did not cost the Knights. So let's see what the offense can do with their first possession of the second half.
Quarterback is the freshman, 5'11", Owen Kratz. Drops, that's a lateral. Backwards pass, if you will. Big, hard hit right there as he got to the line of scrimmage. In there for Minco, number 70 was Brendan Laub, among others.
Yeah, we've mentioned his name, Laub. He is a beast. And the Knights just ran into a brick wall on that one for no gain, so 2nd and 10.
Out of the shotgun. Quick drop to throw. Far side, complete. Going to pick up about 5 or 6 yards. Complete on the far side. Over there to number 14 for Crossings Christian. Reception made by Ethan Grayson.
It's a good pass by the freshman there. Very safe and picked up a chunk of yardage on 2nd down, so it's going to be 3rd and short for the Knights.
And you can understand Minco playing so far off the receiver, really just about 10 yards as we watch it here at the bottom of the screen. Running play here going forward and getting the first down. That's the way to start the second half.
I think it's real important for the Knights to put together a decent drive here to kick things off in the second half. Their offense has not been stagnant. They've been able to move the ball, and then they just run into a brick wall. That Bulldog defense just kind of flips the switch and ends up going the other direction.
Will McMurphy in the backfield. Here's Krotz with the pass downfield, too tall.
Kind of threw that one up for grabs.
Yep.
As we saw the one pass completion that went for about 20 yards in the first, I believe it was the first quarter. Kind of the same route. Almost like a jump ball, but incomplete, overthrown by the freshman.
I think the difference this time is there was double coverage instead of the single coverage that we saw earlier. So it is a punting situation here to begin the third quarter.
No, it's second down. You lost it down, Steve.
Okay. Near side run. And drug out of bounds. That's a nice job staying with the pursuit by Crossings Christian, number 18, in on the play. So a loss all the way back to the 42-yard line. And that will make it 4th down and 12. Or third down. Sorry.
It's all right, man.
Keep wanting to give him an extra down. Or take away a down, actually.
Big crowd here. Folks, those people that are watching, the crowd that turns out for small school football here in Oklahoma, very, very impressive.
Krotz has receiver open, makes the catch, and then the hook and lateral off the catch. He's going to fight forward, get first down yardage. Nice play by the Knights.
Very, very impressive there. And what a pass by Krotz, the freshman. Put it right where he needed to, and then a little trickeration with the hook and lateral. And the Knights are rolling.
Well, we mentioned Minco was playing deep enough. They were 10 yards off the ball. So the receiver runs a 5-yard route, makes the catch. Here comes the defender. Meantime, fellow receiver is running on by, takes the pitch, and gets the first down. Now rolling it to the right. On the run, throws this one incomplete, out of bounds.
That's right, a little bit of momentum going for the Knights now. You're building a little confidence in your quarterback, Krotz. Even though it is 2nd and 10, a lot of positives taking place so far in the second half for the Knights.
Second down and 10 coming up. It'll be at the Bulldogs' 44-yard line. Will McMurphy is the tailback. Quarterback is the freshman, Owen Krotz. Play action, roll it right, in trouble.
He's had nowhere to go there. It's going to be a big loss.
Looked like one of his receivers out there, Christian Campbell, number 33, was down in the secondary and may have been involved in, the progressions. And once that got taken away, nowhere for Krotz to go, and now that'll bring up
3rd and 16.
3rd and long situation. And somebody moved for the Knights, and that's going to march them back 5 yards further.
So what started off as a ginormous positive for the Knights now has turned into a little bit of adversity as they back themselves up into their own territory. It's going to be 3rd and 22. 23.
Long.
Here's
a pass down the middle. Got the receiver. Big hit. Nice catch.
What a play. Nice catch there by number 2.
Grayson Raymer.
So they get a big chunk of it back. A great route and a great pass by the freshman, Krotz. And let's see, they're going for it on 4th down.
And then he had to hang on because he took a big hit at the end. Great play all around.
Crotch checking. They're going to burn a timeout.
Well, it's that point of the game where this could be your turning point. Either you don't get it, you fall behind, Minco scores again, and next thing you know it's 14-0, or you go on from here and tie this ball game up, and after that, who knows what happens.
No, you're right, Steve. And what looked like a disaster that was getting ready to take place, the Knights end up cutting back with a great route and a great throw by the freshman Owen Crotts. And now a very manageable 4th down, 4th and 2. But this is a very, very critical point of the game for the Knights, because if they don't make this first down right here, everything that they worked for with those 2 outstanding plays, it's just kind of a wash, and then the Bulldogs are going to have great field position.
So it still is 4th down and about 2 to go. So while that was a great play that they just had, a little 3-yard gain here would be even more so important.
Call it the biggest play of the game so far.
Going to pitch it right side, trying to get to the corner.
Got it.
And he got through there in a big hurry, got the first down, got down inside the 30-yard line. Tanner Tompkins on the carry for the Knights.
They made that first down because of Tompkins' cutback there. What a great cutback. Had a little bit of room there and wedged his way through there and just exploded for about a 6-yard gain, and the Knights are rolling.
He's not even listed among their rushing leaders. Seems hard to believe. Gets the handoff this time, straight ahead, more good yardage. 7 or 8, and then a late flag comes in from the back judge, or the umpire rather, through that. You know, we got a lot of referee and official type friends that watch these games.
Well, that's going to back them up 10. Three steps forward, 4 steps back.
It's not the equation they're looking for. So first down and long for the Knights. Here comes the blitz. Started to pick it up well, but still nowhere to run. Every hole, every lane was clogged that time with a Bulldog.
We've called out Cole Birchfield's name a lot on the defensive side of the ball. He is having an outstanding effort tonight, but really that Bulldog defense, with few exception, the penetration that they're able to make on the Knight offensive line, several plays for losses due to the penetration of the Bulldog line. Crowd getting into it now.
Crotch drops to throw, lofts one up, double team out there. A lot of legs crossing and feet grabbing and no call on the play.
Yeah, that's a good no call.
I think so too.
I mean, both kids fighting for a position. Really couldn't tell if somebody was able to make that catch, but I think it was a good decision not to throw the laundry on the field.
So now 3rd and very long.
Is this 4-down territory, Steve?
Yeah, I think so. Minco's defense, or rather the Knights' defense has played so well, you almost have to say, you guys have got us this far, take us home.
I agree with you.
Halfback option, and he gets sacked.
What a play there. Wow. Number 55, Garrett Jones, with probably one of the best outstanding defensive plays of the game.
Jones, the 6'4", 250-pound senior, he grabbed a hold of that quarterback, and he got him a big old soft landing because he landed right on top of him. So the loss all the way back now to the 45-yard line.
Now you have to punt.
Yeah, you do. So the Bulldogs set to get it back. You know that Coach Wardlaw and fans here, they want to get that ball back, get a touchdown, and start to put this thing out of reach, but Crossings Christian won't go away. Running up and taking it on the fly and getting out across midfield. Into the secondary, and great gain there by number 3. Wyatt Conley on the return. Gets it into Crossings Christian territory.
Well, that's a great job by the Bulldogs special teams. The ball got down there in a hurry, and he caught it on the run, and, man, he just continued to use the blocks that were set up by the Bulldogs special teams, and they get a chunk there, almost 45 yards on the return.
Yeah, great return. Wyatt Conley now back to the offensive side of things. Daxton Williams back in at the quarterback spot. Jet sweep going far side. Cutting it back towards the middle. 3 or 4 yard. Nah, it's more than that. Probably 5-6 yard gain on that play.
Well, this is where the Knight defense, they've been great all night long. They really need some stops here with just under almost 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. They need to stop.
Fake the jet sweep. Quarterback keeps it this time. Daxton Williams on the keeper up the middle. And he's going to be about 3 yards shy of the necessary yardage for the first down. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Well, you'd have to think, once again, it's 4-down territory. So the Knight defense, they're bending a little bit, but they can't break on this. Let's see if they can get a stop here on 3rd down.
Quarterback keep it up the middle.
I don't think he got it.
Well, he got that initial, where they're spotting him right now from the sideline, you're right, he didn't get it. It looked early like he was going to get it without much problem. Now, they give him the first down, so
wow,
they didn't even measure. So Minco gets the first down, continues the drive.
What's weird there, Steve, is it actually looked like that the players didn't think that they got the first down. The way that they were responding, they went up there in a hurry as if it was going to be 4th down, but they ended up getting it.
New set of downs as the Bulldogs run the jet sweep, and he wants to throw. Off his back foot, hit as he throws, and it's intercepted in the end zone. Coming out for the return, finally tackled, but a nice play there defensively by Ethan Grayson.
Well, kind of threw that one up for grabs. There were a number of white shirts around there. And Grayson doing a great job going up, securing that ball. And now the Knight defense comes up with a big stop and a turnover. But they are deep in Bulldog territory. They do have the wind, but this could be what the Knights needed to maybe go down, put a drive together, and tie this thing up.
So a timeout has been called on the field. We'll keep it right here. We have 4:46 left to go in the third. And has Crossings Christian again come up with the key stop that's going to enable them to come away with, I don't know if you would say an improbable victory, but maybe unlikely would have been a better term for it, for Crossings Christian to come in here and get the victory. But right now it's just a one-score ball game, with Minco on top, leading it 7-0.
Both teams able to put together big plays, but not able to capitalize on it. And then the defense. Both coaches told me before the game, the defense is really what they're going to weigh heavily on tonight. And in a 7-0 game, hey, the story's been defense. Score update real quick. In the third quarter, late, Carl Albert still leading McGinnis 14-6.
So I was dead wrong on that one. I thought it was going to be a shootout. Be one of those 42-35 type games, but
you know, nobody likes to talk about the guys that get down and do the dirty work, but McGinnis has one of the best offensive linemen in the state, and Owen
Condon.
Condon, yes. He is a beast. 300 pounds, 6'7". And that is a well put together 300 pounds, too.
Here's a reverse play coming near side. Good play defensively. Yeah, Condon signed with Georgia because his mom went there, but then injured. And I believe he's lost for the year.
Yeah.
Tough break for McGinnis. Obviously, you get somebody that size, that type of ability.
You know, it's interesting. The guy was getting recruited by everybody except one school that you would think would want to recruit the guy. And I'm not talking about any in-state school. Who would that be? Notre Dame.
Yeah, you would think that's kind of funny. Here's a pass to the near side. Nothing doing there.
Incomplete. So if the Bulldog defense can pull it together, they're going to get great field position after that turnover. And I believe, each team's had one turnover. Is that correct, Steve?
It just had the interception just a while ago.
And then
there was a
Crossings had the turnover, the one that he just threw up for grabs, but no points as a result of the turnover.
Right.
3rd and about 13 for the Knights.
Long way to go. Out of the shotgun, pitching it right side. Tompkins trying to get that corner and does. Spins, breaks a tackle, breaks another, and he is out very close. May have enough for the first down.
Wow, what a spin move there. And the Bulldogs, they had pursuit on him, but he did a great job spinning. And he's going to get the first down. Wow, what a huge play there.
5'8", 135, listed as a senior. And coming into the contest, I can't find any running stats on him.
Well, a lot of times with these small schools, you have to make adjustments. We're about halfway through the season. A lot of kids are getting the opportunity to show what they can do, and obviously that last run was a great play. Wow, he's still going. You see how he carried the pile on that one? Almost down for a first down.
Picked up about 8 on the carry. And you talk about old Uncle Mo. He's in the shift process right now. Minco still leading at 7-0, getting late here in this third quarter. The Crossings Christian has come up big defensively when they've needed it. They took the football over deep in their own end on this drive. Had a huge play for the first down. And right now looking at a second down and short.
A very fast third quarter as we approach 2.5 remaining here in the third. Wide open.
Dump pass out to the far side, caught complete. Reception there made by Grayson Raymer, the 6-foot junior. And that's a first down for the Knights.
Steve, here's the thing. Even if the Knights can't go down and get any points as a result of this drive, think about what the defense has done. They had the interception. The offense now really starting to move the ball. They had the big third down conversion. Now they are driving, approaching the 45-yard line in their own territory. Hey, no matter what, I think momentum has definitely switched on the Knights side.
Running play. Tompkins straight ahead off the left side. Will pick up about 2, 3 at the most.
You know what's interesting is to see how the defense reacts when a little adversity is taking place. You've had a couple of big, huge conversions by the Knights. There was some frustration on the defensive side of the ball on that play. Hence, that's why they only had the 2-yard gain. Let's see if the frustration can continue.
Second down and 8 from their own 45-yard line. Swing pass out of the backfield. Defense is there. Does pick up 2 or 3 yards.
They said he's inbounds, out of bounds. They're good.
Looks like they're going to spot him at the 47, a little shorter than I thought. So they still have a good 5, 6 yards almost to go.
The drive continues for the Knights. Very impressed on how they're moving the ball after the costly turnover by the Bulldogs. 1:37 remaining here in the third. Another quick-moving quarter.
Kratz takes the snap, rolls to his right, short side of the field, and then just throws it away. Nowhere to go.
Well, do you back up the Bulldogs since you have the win and punt on 4th down? Because if you don't make it, the Bulldogs would have great field position once again. But your defense has done everything for you tonight for the most part. Decision is going to be to punt. They're going to back the Bulldogs up.
Minute and a half left to go here, third quarter. Been a hard-fought, tough game. Snap is back. Kick is away. Another good kick. This one's going to bounce
nice
all the
roll.
way into the end zone. Wow.
Too good.
Line of scrimmage. He ended up kicking that about 55 yards. But it turned out to be too far. And so, now with 1:22 remaining here in the third quarter, it'll be the Bulldogs who take over on offense once again.
It'll be interesting to see what the Bulldogs do now. They try to get a little fancy. They ended up turning the ball over now. Let's see if they continue to do what they do well, and that's pound the ball on the ground. Burn that clock up. They've got a lead, 7-0. Nothing wrong with going to the locker room after 4 with a 7-0 victory.
Minco looking for some help from the sidelines. Quarterback Dexton Williams with 3 on the play clock. Takes the snap, gives straight up the middle. Lots of running room. That's going to be good enough for a first down on the carry there, Cole Birchfield.
We've called his name a lot over on the defensive side. Now he gets an opportunity. The Bulldog offensive line to open up a huge hole, and he gets a chunk of yardage there.
Cole Birchfield has rushed for 402 yards on the season coming into tonight's contest. Gets the ball again here, but good swarm towards the ball there by Crossing Christian, number 54, one of the first ones there, and he's not listed on my list. So how about number 13, Cole McMurphy?
We've called his name out
yes,
several times, and very, very active on the defensive side as a linebacker, and doing a tremendous job tonight.
Fake it, keep it, quarterback over the left side. He's still going to need about 3 yards additional.
And I think you are definitely in 4-down territory here. I know they're still in their own territory, but
they're going to huddle up. Just 20 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. They're looking at the clock. Do they have to snap it?
No, they do not.
So both teams headed towards the opposite end of the field. We have completed 3 here at Minco. Right now, the Bulldogs lead Crossings Christian 7-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time on Your View.
Look, there's no law that says your truck can only haul gravel. Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places big time. So bring out your ATVs, your campers, your Palominos. Hey, you're not always working, but your truck is. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Welcome back to Minco as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs have a 7-0 lead. Trying to hang on here against a very stubborn Crossings Christian team.
Well, Steve, so far here in the second half, a turnover, but it has been all defense. Pretty much a carbon copy of what we saw in the first half. And I think that if the Bulldogs can just pound it on the ground a little bit, because when they put a drive together, they're going to burn a ton of time off the clock. And Crossings just has not been able to put a decent drive together tonight because of the Bulldog defense. Let's see what happens.
3rd down and 3 for Minco. Straight run all the way.
Oh, they had a shot.
Stops, reverses his field, and he's going to get first down yardage and then some. That was all his on his own, and we got 3 players down on the field.
Number 55 for the Knights. Had a shot. Trip Lagonski had a shot at him, but just could not corral in the quarterback, and that's a huge play. That's probably the biggest play of the second half so far, Steve.
Can't see who it is that's down on the far side for Crossings Christian. There were 2 guys over there at the same time that had gone down. And you always hope, obviously, that it's nothing too serious, but that's what happens when they send these Warriors out here, whether it's Friday nights or Saturdays or Sundays. There's always that possibility that could be somebody's last game of the year.
And we mentioned earlier, before the game started, they're a little banged up anyway. The Knights lost 2 players, including their quarterback. That's part of the reason why they have a freshman starting, Mr. Owen Krotz, at quarterback. Their initial quarterback out for the season. They actually lost 2 players in one game very early. I'm trying to remember which game it was. I think it was the Cordell game. I think you might have mentioned it, too. Last week against Kanawha Crossings, they put 41 on the board. Yeah. So quite a dry spell here for the Knights.
Injured player was able to get up and leave under his own power. That's always a good sign. 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Just inside Knights territory. Gibbs straight ahead. That's going to get about a yard, and that's it. Nothing more.
Steve, that defense been on the field a long time for Crossings, and you got to wonder, do they have enough energy and enough gumption to get at least one more stop out of this to where they can get an opportunity here in the 4th to go take a drive down?
Another handoff here to Cole Birchfield off the left side.
Now, a lot of people, they don't get too excited about these type of grinding games. That's the best descriptive word I would have for this game tonight. It has been a grind.
No doubt about that. Both teams are just, we've had a few big plays, but not too many.
That's a big run there.
It's going to be a big first down.
Well, we talked about the defense bending without breaking, and we might have reached the point here in the 4th quarter that crack is starting to open up a little bit in the Knight defense.
1st and 10, and somebody for the Knights jumped across. The question is, was he lured off? And yes, he apparently was. Oh, no. He did jump off under his own. That'll make it a 1st down and 5 now. Checking back in for Minco is number 6, Andrew Carballo. First and 5. Running play left side. That's not going anywhere.
Wow.
Talk about blowing up that play. Nice job defensively. Makes the stop. Big loss. That's going to bring up 2nd down and more than 10.
Well, we've kind of reached the point here in the 4th. Even though it's early, the Knights really need a stop here. 2nd and long.
See if they can dial one up. Running play into the middle of the line. Falling forward, kept it going. Was able to gain about 3 on the play. That's still going to make it a long proposition.
4 down territory,
Oh,
no
absolutely. Now you are, as we also get under 10 minutes to play here.
Big play for the Knights defense as the Bulldogs roll.
And nowhere to go. Again, another nice play on defense. Luganski, in among others, in on that tackle. Number 65, also one of the guys in there, Tyler Jackson.
Kind of a mishandled
handoff
there. It wasn't clean, and it kind of delayed the action there to where the Knights, they were able to really close the gap, and he had nowhere to go. So it's 4th and 8. Biggest play of the night so far here, Steve.
All right, here we go. See what they dial up on 4th and 8. Play action down the middle. Got a receiver wide open. Into the secondary and all the way down to the 1-yard line. What a call.
Wow. What a great play. 4th and 8. And it's kind of ironic that the big play in the first half was a 4th down conversion on a great call from the coaching staff. And here now with 4th and 8, they dial another one up.
Hit Littlejohn down the middle of the field to get him in scoring position. However, here it looks like they're turned back on the effort. Boy, just a play action pass, a little quick tight end pop over the middle. The secondary, the safety's already sucked up in there. And you hit him in stride, and he makes it all the way down inside the 2-yard line. And now looking at a 2nd down and goal. The Bulldogs trying to put this one away. Run to the left side, and that looked easy, didn't it not? Birchfield into the end zone. Cole Birchfield, touchdown for the Bulldogs. With 7:52 left to go here in the ball game, now take a 13-0 lead.
Steve, it's pretty amazing that 2 plays in this game, 2 plays, both 4th down plays by the Bulldogs. It's the difference in the game.
Yep.
I mean, I know it didn't put 6 on the board, but they don't score 6 unless they convert those 4th downs.
Extra point attempt here for Minco. Number 54 is James Overton, who puts it up and through. And now with 7:52 left to go in our ball game, it's Minco on top of Crossings Christian on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's 14-0. Bulldogs on top.
Because every great accomplishment takes courage. Because one person can't do it all. Because dreams are worth chasing. MidFirst Bank will always be true to your money. With proven services that support all of your endeavors. MidFirst Bank, true to your money.
Back at Minco, the Bulldogs just completed a long scoring drive. A couple of big plays in and amongst all of that took place, but got the end zone and now lead it by a score of 14-0. 7:52 left to go here in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, we're going to see if the Knights can bounce back. I mean, the defense has played really, really good. 2 huge 4th down conversions. Really the difference in both of these teams tonight, Steve.
Bulldogs are set to kick it off. Straightaway left-footed kicker. I don't think I've ever seen that. Return is out to about the 30-yard line, and then he is wrapped up. And I mean wrapped up textbook form on special teams. Nice play there by Minco, number 23, Kyle Main.
Next week, the Bulldogs home once again. They take on Wayne. And then let's see here. The Knights take on, well, that's not right. Do they have a week off?
Could be.
Yeah, that's what it is. They have a week off.
Played during that 0 week.
Minco has a week off. And then they play Wayne. Next week, Crossings plays Wayne.
Wonder what you do in a bye week in high school. Pass to the near side, caught, but immediately wrapped up. Nice play, nice read there by Corbin Birchfield, the sophomore, coming up and making the stop.
Clock continuing to run here in the fourth. And the Knights, they are running out of time to make something happen here. Defense has played great tonight. Offense has showed flashes of consistency, but just not able to put a very productive drive together tonight.
Here's the snap as Krotz rolls it to the left side. Lobs one over the middle that's a little too tall, a little too soft. Intended there for number 11, Caleb King, incomplete. That's a freshman throwing to a freshman. How about that?
Well, when you look at both sidelines, what would you say? Each team probably has 12 maybe. Minco may have 15 on the side. You don't go very deep.
No.
And you have to play freshmen, and a lot of times freshmen become very, very productive. I've been impressed with the play of the Knights freshman tonight, Krotz.
Swing pass, near side. Tompkins takes it. Tried to cut back, and here ran into the wrong way because the defense was coming there. Number 33 for Minco coming up and making the play. Trent Littlejohn. And he got some help there from number 20, Cole Birchfield. Called his name a lot tonight.
So it's going to be 4th down. And the Knights, they may be running out of armor right now. They've been dueling all night, but the armor's starting to be torn off.
Punting situation. Skips one back to the punter. Didn't even take a step. Just popped it straight up into the air because he was about to get the kick block. It's going to roll dead at the 36-yard line, so not much of a gain in the situation there. Class A football, Afton is number 1 coming into the week, followed by Crescent at number 2, Rejoice Christian 3, then Minco 4, followed by Wynnewood, Tallahena, Oklahoma Christian Academy, and then Cashin, Ringling, and Apache. Those are the top 10 in Class A. And I have a lot of them on my list here that are circled. Still a lot of unbeaten teams throughout the state of Oklahoma.
Yes.
Running play, right side. Tripped up after he gets about 4 yards. Quarterback Dexton Williams.
Well, they're just going to keep it on the ground. They're not going to do anything fancy here. They're going to burn some time off the clock and hopefully go to the locker room here up 14-0. Get the W. Been impressed with Williams. He's done a great job, especially the 2 plays of the game, really. The 4th down conversions, he was outstanding.
Running back started one way, quarterback the other. Quarterback saw something he liked, kept it himself around the left end, did Daxton Williams.
They're going to stop the clock on that one.
That's going to be enough for a first down to keep the drive alive. And although the clock is not running right now, it will commence.
There it goes. Approaching 5 minutes remaining here in the game. And the Bulldogs, they are rolling.
Coming to the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Give it to Tompkins. Second man through. Or rather, that's Carballo. Carballo gets a couple of yards, and that's going to bring us down to the 4.5-minute mark.
I'm going to try and see if I can get a score update on the McGinnis game. Carl Albert, 8 minutes left in the 4th. They've extended their lead 21-6.
Carl Albert went from Gary Rose and state championships. Mike Corley steps in and doesn't look like they're missing a beat. Of course, a lot of that staff stayed behind, and what a great bunch of guys. Always fun to deal with the folks over at Carl Albert. Running play, right side. Carballo looking for that little seam to cut inside. He does, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown for the Minco Bulldogs.
Well, that's probably going to lock everything up for the Bulldogs and probably notch it up to take them to 6-1 on the season. Undefeated in district play. And kind of looking forward. I know it's Class A, but you know what, Steve? Kind of looking forward to that matchup when they play OCA here in a couple weeks.
Snap back, ball down, kick is on the way. It is true, and our score now stands at Minco on top of Crossings Christian. 21-0 our score. It's your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's on your view. Game time. We'll be right back.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your two favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Bulldogs have taken what would appear, given the way this game has gone, given the Bulldogs of Minco an insurmountable lead. They led it 7-0 at halftime. They've added two quick scores here late. Their defense has been really outstanding, just limiting Crossings Christian to not much at all offensively, and right now leading at 21-0, all set to kick it away.
It was a great effort by the Knights defense tonight. I think 21 points really is an indication of how well that they've played with the resources and the ability that they've had. Really came down to two huge fourth down conversions, and they put up a good fight, but now they're going to have to really put together some miracles here in this last 4 minutes if they want to try and get the W.
All set to kick it away. I've seen big guys kick before. I've seen guys kick straight away before, but I've never seen big guys kick straight away left-footed before, as we see here tonight with my man from Minco, number 55, Garrett Jones, 6'4", 250, and he takes care of the kickoff duties. How about that?
So let's make sure I've got this straight now. So next week, the Bulldogs are off. They're going to have an off week, and the Knights will go up against away at Wayne, and then the following week, the Bulldogs will take on Wayne right here in Minco. We mentioned next week we will be at Western Heights. Haven't been there for a long time, going up against Ardmore. Excited to see their new stadium and everything that they have going on over there.
Here's Kratz in trouble. Looked like he went one way and a lot of the other guys went the other way, and looked up and there were two defensive players around him, and best just to eat it right there and take the loss.
Clock is running. We're approaching 3.5 remaining here in the game. And I want to make sure I thank the coaching staff here at Minco, the athletic director, who's also the principal, very, very supportive. When I put the schedule together at the beginning of the year, he was very excited about us coming out and doing the game on your view and game time. So many thanks to all the support that we got for being here tonight.
Off the left side, play is going to be shy of first down yardage. Substitution checking in is Kevin Russell, number 1. He's going to replace number 14, Parker Winters, in the lineup for Minco.
Steve, one of the big matchups that we have, I believe it's in 2 weeks, is Ada visiting Blanchard.
Yeah.
Blanchard off to a great start. They are undefeated. They were shutting out Cleveland tonight, I believe, 27-0. Ada, very, very solid, and pretty excited to see what Coach Craig has going on with the Blanchard Lions.
Blanchard 5-0. They are, as you said, ranked number 4. 8 is 3-2. They're number 10, pending their games from this evening, of course. Knights with the football now. Handoff up the middle, pushed forward. We'll be shy of the original line of scrimmage. Clock stopped, or clock moving rather, with 2:45 left to go in this contest here this evening. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage of some small school action here tonight from Minco, Oklahoma on Your View. Don't forget, you can see all these on replay as well. Just click back and where you found this particular video, and you'll be able to go back and watch the game again. Pitch to the right side. Gets a block and then gets taken down, but gained a couple 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down, Mark.
Couple of scores to pass along. A upset brewing in Clinton. Clinton 1-4. They lead Cache 21-10 going into the 4th quarter. Newcastle looking to pick up their 2nd win in a row. We had them last week. They lead Elgin 35-33. And then I was going to check on the Blanchard score real quick. Yeah, they're still up 27-0. And then Tuttle all over Hare 27-6. As we are approaching a minute and a half remaining here in the game.
Does the basketball team for Tuttle have a kid named Nance that plays for them?
I think so.
Wide receiver, really good-looking athlete on the football field. I figured he had to be a basketball player as well.
Yeah, Ada is up on Tecumseh 40-6.
The punt rolls dead right at the 36-yard line. The clock is stopped dead at 1:20 left to go here in our contest this evening.
All kinds of bulldog noises taking place out in the crowd right now. Great crowd. I know you can't see it. Crossings Christian, you can see their crowd on the other side here, but we are on the home side. And the stands, they are jam-packed. They love their football here in Minco.
Good crowd. Scratch off another place that I hadn't been before as far as calling a football game.
Just hang around with me, Steve.
I'll do pretty good in western Oklahoma. Here's a running play to the right side. And a late flag comes in. That's going to stop the clock with 1:13 left to go.
Probably have a couple more plays here.
Well, it's going to be a convincing win for everybody that checks the box scores tomorrow. You know that they were able to put some offense on the board, numbers-wise as well. This will be the 2nd consecutive shutout, the 4th shutout of the season for the Minco Bulldogs. So that's something of note.
In Class A, that matchup against OCA, it is coming on 10/27. And should be a great game.
That should do it here this evening as the knee is finally taken. Minco will move to 3-0 in district play. They're 6-1 overall. Crossings Christian drops to 1-1 in district play, and they are 2-4 after all. One more time, we'll do this. Take the snap, and then allow the clock to run out. So a nice win for Coach Brock Wardlaw and the Minco Bulldogs as they get the victory here tonight by a final score of 21-0. The final timeout, your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. It's game time, and it's right here on Your View.
Look, there's no law that says your truck can only haul gravel. Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places big time. So bring out your ATVs, your campers, your Palominos. Hey, you're not always working, but your truck is. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Get into something good, like Brahms Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae.
Get into something good. Something good.
2 big dips of Brahms Premium Vanilla Ice Cream. Rich and creamy hot fudge. A shower of toasted almonds. Whipped cream and a cherry. Now you've got something good. A Double Dip Hot Fudge Sundae. Every day's a Sunday at your neighborhood Brahms.
Get into something good.
Oklahoma. It's in our name. We are Oklahoma Farm Bureau Insurance. We're here when skies are blue and when you need us most. We are where you are, with offices in all 77 counties. From our urban streets to our winding country roads, we've been protecting Oklahoma since 1946, so you can focus on what really matters. We're the same Farm Bureau you've always trusted, now even better.
Hungry for pizza? Pick a pair. Mazio's medium one-topping pizzas are only $6.50 each. Pick your 2 favorite hot, fresh medium one-topping pizzas and get both for only $6.50 each. So go ahead, pick a pair. Only at Mazio's.
Welcome back to Minco. Some final words between Coach Wardlaw and his troops as the Minco Bulldogs victorious tonight by a final score of 21-0 over Crossings Christian. Mark, we were talking in between the break there, and you said game really came down to just about 2 or 3 plays.
It did. 2 plays, the 4th down conversions in big situations. Got to give it up to the Knights defense, though. 21-0. Yes, they scored 21 points, but a heck of an effort by Crossings Christian. And Bulldogs get it done on those 2 plays. Really the difference in the game, Steve.
21-0 our final score. And a reminder again, our game next week is going to be
Ardmore at Western Heights.
Ardmore at Western Heights. You can find out more. You can check out weekly highlights. You can check out replays, and you can do it all on Your View. That's YURView, yourview.com. For Mark Jeffries, I'm Steve Marshall. Have yourselves a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.